Have you ever seen a travel hack online that made you go, there's no way this will work, but you still kind of wanted to try it? Yeah, I'm the same too. I've been to 29 countries now, and over the years I've tested some wild, some ridiculous travel hacks. Some of them made me feel like a travel wizard, and others had me standing in the airports looking like a clown, or worse, like I had no business being there. So in this video, I'm spilling the tea on 20 travel hacks I personally tried, no gatekeeping, and I'll tell you which ones actually saved me money, which ones actually saved me time, and which ones actually saved me stress, and which ones you should absolutely skip unless you enjoy the chaos. And yes, I'm including the one that led me to being low-key homeless in Milan. Let's just say it was not my finest travel moment. Anyways, let's get into it. So, a quick intro here if you're new. I'm Tolu, a Christian travel creator who's passionate about helping people experience God and the world through travel. I pastor a young adult church full of amazing Gen Zs and millennials, and I used to work full-time as a product manager. Now I split my time between pastoring, content creation for my personal travel brand TolsCreates, and planning meaningful, balanced travel experiences through my travel company, Fathermost Travel. Anyways, let's get into it. Number one, booking flights in incognito mode. So this one's from my over-researchers. People say searching flights in incognito mode stops prices from going up. And I used to think that was just an internet myth. But here's what I noticed. When you spend hours comparing flights on regular tabs, those sites pick up on your activity, and suddenly a $650 flight is now $765. Coincidence? I don't think so. So when I use incognito mode, especially after a bunch of regular browsing, I've sometimes found cheaper prices pop up again, maybe like a 20 or like even up to $50 or $100 less. It's not always life-changing savings in some cases, but it keeps the sites from penalizing you for being thorough. So now I search in regular mode first to scope things out, and once I'm ready to book, I switch to incognito. It can't hurt, right? Number two travel hack is signing up for flight alerts. Listen, if you're not signed up for deals alert sites like Next Departure or Fare Drop, you are missing out. That's it. Thanks to these alerts, I scored round-trip flights to Tokyo, Singapore, and Bali, all for under $1,000. That is 3 countries in one, okay? It was one of my best travel hacks ever. You just pop in your home airport and they send you deals based on where you could go for, you know, the lowest price. Some are mistake fares and some are seasonal discounts. All of them are gems. So if you're serious about seeing the world without breaking the bank, and you don't really care about which destinations and you're more chasing the deals, this is a must travel hack that you have to try over and over again, okay? Number 3 travel hack is using Eralo for eSIMs. Okay, this one is top tier hack for digital convenience. No more landing in a new country and scrambling to find a SIM card kiosk. With Eralo, I download an eSIM before I even leave the airport, and boom, I'm connected as soon as I get there. Here's the kicker though. Some people prefer unlimited data SIMs from other providers like Holofly. So those are great if you be upgrade a lot or staying somewhere without consistent Wi-Fi. But for me, almost every hotel I've stayed at has Wi-Fi. I'm not streaming movies in the desert. I just need access for maps, Google Translate, WhatsApp, and my social media. So Eralo ends up being cheaper and more practical for me. So if you want to get on the Eralo train, use my code TOLU9117 to get $3 off your first eSIM and avoid the chaos, okay? Number 4, packing cubes versus rolling your clothes. Okay, I did a real test here. One trip I rolled everything. The next trip I used packing cubes, and I'll never go back. Packing cubes don't just organize your suitcase, they unlock space. I could fit way more and find what I needed faster, and my suitcase stayed tidy the whole trip. I used different cubes for outfits, and different one for swimwears, a different one for accessories, and it's so much easier than digging through a clothing avalanche. Like, honestly, 10 out of 10 recommend. If you want to know the one that I use, pop on over to my Amazon store to get the one that I use. I really love them. I use them over and over again, especially when I'm going on a trip where I can only carry a carry-on. The number 5 travel hack that I tried is spraying perfume in my suitcase. Yeah, I saw this on TikTok and I thought, let me try it. The idea is you spray your favorite scent into the empty suitcase before packing, and your clothes will smell fresh the whole trip. Especially if like you don't want to carry your big, perfume or cologne thing that won't go through security, especially if you're only having a carry-on. Honestly, it worked. My clothes stayed smelling nice, especially on trips where I had no access to laundry. But would I do it again? I wouldn't do it again. Personally, I just don't see the need. I'd rather toss in a dryer sheet or pack a mini fragrance if I'm really concerned. The perfume hack is cute, but it's not essential. Anyways, number 6 travel hack is carry on only for 10 days in the winter. This was my proudest moment. I went to Rome and Malta for 10 days in the winter with just a carry-on. Think bulky jackets, boots and all. How? Multi-purpose clothing. I packed layers I could mix and match, plus one solid pair of jeans that went with everything. So I chose neutrals, I added some scarves for variety, and wore my bulkiest items on the flight. It was tight, but it worked. And not waiting for checked bags. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, number 7 travel hack that I tried and I would totally try again, using a Wise card. This is kind of a regular thing that I do now. So if you're still paying crazy foreign exchange fees when you travel, let me put you on. Get a Wise card. It lets you load and spend multiple currencies, giving you better rates than most banks, and avoids the sneaky charges you don't notice till you check your statement. So I use it at ATMs, restaurants, Ubers, like literally everything. Seriously, sign up using my link in the description and save yourself some coins. Okay, you thank me later. Number 8 travel hack that I tried is sleeping in airports when I have an overnight layover. I've done this more times than I care to admit. Sometimes your flight lands at 2 a.m., those cheap flights you got. Your hotel check-in isn't until 12, or your layover is just too short to justify a room or to be able to leave and explore a city. Here's how to survive: hoodie, neck pillow, headphones, and the Sleeping in Airports website or the app to find a decent spot. Some airports even have nap pods. I really love the Paris airports, by the way, for that. Is it comfortable? Not really. Would I do it again? No. As I grow older, I'm learning to pay for convenience instead of roughing it. That's just me, but if you want to travel cheap, that's an alternative. Number 9 travel hack, very similar to the number 8, overnight city exploring instead of staying at a hotel. This one is complicated. So I once had an 8-hour layover in Milan. I landed at 11 p.m. and had a 7 a.m. flight. So the plan was to store our bags. I was with my friend, walk around the Duomo area. We heard it was open 24/7, and just soak up the city at night and just really enjoy it to ourselves. But it was Easter Sunday. No one told us this big city basically shuts down early. By 2 a.m., I think about 1 a.m. actually, everywhere started to close. We had nowhere to go. We ended up riding the bus back and forth just to stay warm. Honestly, we were given homeless for a few hours. It's not cute. So lessons learned: overnight city exploration sounds cute and just spontaneous, but check the holiday hours and safety before you try it, because anything could have happened. I definitely would not have done that if I was traveling solo. Like that's just never happening. Number 10 travel hack is buying one-way tickets separately. I tried to be smart by booking a one-way flight from Toronto to Jordan, thinking I'll find a good deal for the return later. Big mistake. By the time I was ready to buy the return, prices had gone way up. I ended up booking a cheaper one with 2 layovers, and I didn't arrive home until 2 days later. So I talk about this in the video that I have linked over here. It cost me more time and it was just too stressful. Lessons learned: round trip isn't always the enemy, especially when you're booking during peak season. Yeah, this was like traveling during the spring, so definitely never doing that again. Okay, number 11 travel hack is taping my liquids. Honestly, don't do it. I once tried to tape the caps of all of my liquids shut to avoid leaks, right? It's a good thing. I was just stressed and annoyed because it really wasn't that serious. So I'm not doing that again. Now I just toss everything in a Ziploc bag and then I put that bag inside my toiletry pouch and pray nothing leaks. It's not foolproof, but it saves so much time and sanity. Like honestly, it's not really that deep. Number 12 travel hack is bringing snacks. This one definitely do over and over again. Never underestimate snacks. Airport foods can be overpriced and sometimes not really just the most nutritious, and sometimes non-existent if your flight is delayed. So now I always pack granola bars, trail mix, and sometimes even instant noodles for the hotel room if like I'm just feeling peckish at night. It saves you money and gives you options when everything is closed or when you arrive way too late for you to grab something to eat before going to bed. Number 13 travel hack, this one is ridiculous, is wearing my heaviest clothes on travel day. So I layered up like a warrior, winter jackets, boots, hoodies to save space in my carry-on. It works at a check-in desk, but on the plane it was just total misery. It was hot, the flight was packed, and I had nowhere to put my extra layers. So if I just sitting there just sweating or having like this bunch of bulky clothes on you, I vowed never to do that again. Space saving isn't worth the heat stroke, okay? And again, now like obviously I'm traveling more comfortably, so I don't have to do that. Number 14 is last minute hotel cancellation hack. If you need to cancel a refundable hotel within 24 hours, call and ask to move your reservation forward a week. Most hotels will let you do it, then call back and cancel that new date for a refund. It's sneaky, yeah, I know, but it worked for me. But this only works with refundable bookings made directly with the hotel. It does not work with non-refundable rooms or ones booked on third-party sites like hotels.com or Agoda. So make sure you check the terms first, okay? Number 15 travel hack is packing matching sets. Matching sets are a cheat code. They're comfy, they look put together, and you can mix and match them to create new outfits. So if you're trying to look stylish on the road without packing a full wardrobe, this is the move. Matching sets, they are game changers, especially if you feel like you don't really know how to like put outfits together like that. Just go for matching sets. They're a game changer every time. Number 16 hack is 3 countries for the price of one of my best travel moves ever. I did Tokyo to Singapore to Bali all in one trip, and thanks to flight deal alerts and using Google's multi-city tool, I got to see 3 destinations without flying back and forth. Just make sure there are direct flights between the countries that you are visiting. It does make the journey smoother and more affordable. So if you're planning a big trip, this is a smart way to see more without spending more. Number 17 travel hack is stopover programs that airlines like Icelandair, Qatar Airways, and Turkish Airlines offer free or cheap stopovers. I won't spend 2 extra days in Iceland on my way back from Barcelona. It's like getting a free country added to your trips. So check if your airline offers stopover programs and make the most of your layovers. Like honestly, do it. You should try it at least once. Number 18 travel hack is using Google Street View when lost. This one saved me so many times, especially in Europe. When you're walking in circles in an unfamiliar city and your phone's GPS is just like spinning. Just open Google Street View, look around and match the buildings. It sounds weird and you look a little creepy when you're doing it too, but it's helped me find my ways in places where directions didn't work, like walking like the squares in Florence or in some obscure city like Livorno. Okay. Number 19 travel hack is using Google Street View before booking a stay. Now this one is really important. So I always drop the hotel location on Google Street View to scope out the environment, the neighborhood, the area. I've canceled bookings that looked sketchy and confirmed others because I saw cute cafes and shops nearby. So don't just rely on the hotel photos alone. Don't be shocked also when you get to the destination, you're just like, okay, the hotel looks great online, but the surroundings is giving kind of sketchy. So make sure you always do that. Definitely 10 out of 10. And this final travel hack is upgrading a basic flight if you actually need to cancel it. So this one is sneaky smart. Some airlines though won't let you cancel a basic fare, but if you upgrade to a higher class that allows cancellation, you can then cancel and get a full refund. I've done this before with JetBlue and with United. American Airlines, I can't remember. Just know though that not all airlines allow it, so read the fine print, but it can be a way out of a non-refundable ticket. So what did I learn from trying all these hacks? That travel isn't about perfection. It's about learning, experimenting, and just rolling with the punches. Some of these tricks actually saved me big time, like money, time, and stress, and others were unforgettable learning moments. So if you got a trip coming up, I hope this helps you travel smarter and avoid making some of the mistakes that I've made in the past. So do me a favor, drop your favorite travel hack in the comment section and hit that next video. See you in the next one. Bye.